1 pitch. A swing and a drive to deep right, away back, goal!
And with that Hemi call, it is time for another episode of A Swing and a Try podcast, part of the Press Play Podcast Network. I'm your host, Mike Voorhees, and with me via Zoom this week, the man, the myth, my good friend Brent Spillin. What is going on, B Spills?
Mikey V, it is good to be with you as always. Man, I was excited to get on here and talk about some Indians baseball and how they've won 5 out of 6 games going into tonight. But then
the bad news hit.
The Plesac and now Clevinger news. You know, I don't want to start off the show with this. I don't.
No.
So,
but
we'll touch that here in a little bit. But other than that, the last couple of days, man, I'm doing great. Doing great. This pitching's phenomenal. I'm excited to see what's going to happen here this week against the Cubs, who are in town. So,
welcome back, Jason Kipnis, aka Dirtbag. Welcome back.
Yeah, man. So, yeah, I'm doing well. How about you?
I'm doing well, man. Doing well. Finally, we'll end the unemployment charade.
Oh, nice.
This week
That's right.
Got a job, so I'll start Monday. Super excited about that.
That's awesome, man.
Plus, we get to talk baseball, bro. They're actually playing games that count. Like the last time when we had Casey on, if you did not hear that episode, go back and listen to it. Casey Drotter from SportsIllustrated.com, Cleveland Indians writer. We had a blast with him. The Indians hadn't really started to get going yet, and now we've had a ton of games, 17 to be exact. I'm excited, man. I'm excited that they're playing games. They're playing well. Maybe not as well as they should. We'll talk about that as well. But, yeah, dude, this team is full of surprises.
Awesome, man. Well, how about let's get into this here, and let's start off maybe with some news, notes, things that are happening with the team right now, and then let's move into the good, the bad, and the ugly with the Indians right now.
We're gonna drop that tonight.
Yeah. So you mentioned 17 games, man. So
yeah. So
what's our record right now?
As of tonight, they're playing game number 18, so we won't count that one yet. But as of right now, the Indians are 10-7, and they are a half game back of the division-leading Minnesota Twins. But B Spills, this has got to be a typo. I think you made a mistake on the notes here. They're tied for second place with the Detroit Tigers. That can't be right. That can't be right.
I literally had to take a double take myself. Like when they were playing the White Sox today, and on the screen it'll pop up. It'll say Indians currently in 3rd place and White Sox 4th place. I was like, 3rd place? Who's in 2nd place? There's no way it's the Royals. I was like, if it's not the Royals.
Did we pick up a new team? Yeah. So,
like
but then I realized we haven't played them yet. So it's okay. It's still early. I'm not worried about Detroit. They're like not some surprise team here. It's still early.
No, it is. But what are we, a third away through the season almost though? A couple more games.
Yeah, we're 17 games in. So yeah, it's once we do the 2 games with the Cubs, yeah, we're gonna have 40 games left. So yeah, not a lot of time left, but we'll see. Still not, we're not going to panic about the Indians. 10-7, pretty good. You said they've won 5 of their last 6.
Yeah.
So that's fantastic. What gets me, so obviously the best team in the AL is the Oakland A's at 12-4. They have come out of the gate very strong. I thought it would be the Yankees or the trash can beating Astros, but it's not. It's the Oakland A's.
Yeah, I think they finished strong last year too.
I mean, the A's always get a good team together. Like,
they always have good pitching as well. They seem.
Yeah, I know they're going to have a little bit of an issue with they're going to be missing their star center fielder for a while after that whole dust up with the Astros. We won't even talk about that, but good grief. And then the best team in the NL, the Indians' opponent tonight, the Chicago Cubs, who are 10-3. But they haven't played in a while, B-Spills. Why is that?
Because of COVID. COVID-19 hit the Cardinals.
Man,
I think they had a series with them that had to get postponed. Man, speaking of that, the Cardinals have played 5 games.
Yeah.
5 games. I don't know what baseball is going to do because, I mean, they have to go, I think, 14 days between games. You can't make that up.
Yeah, it's
in
going
this
to be
shorter
tough.
season? What
They'll
are they going to?
probably.
They going to go by winning percentage?
I don't know. They may have to play a bunch of doubleheaders to finish out the season. Who knows?
But they're going to have to do like 45 games in like 30 days or something crazy.
Well, but look at the Marlins, the Miami Marlins. They only played 6 games, and they're finally starting to get back into playing games now that they've been cleared of COVID. So, I mean, this COVID thing's no joke. When it hits a team, like it really hits a team, and the Indians may have to deal with it, and we'll talk about that in a little while. But
at least
I mean,
baseball is they're still playing on.
Yeah, absolutely.
A couple outbreaks in a couple teams. It seems to be managed, and we're still playing through it. So I'm happy about that.
So, Beast Bills, the Indians made some moves. We welcomed a new player to the team. Why don't you hit the fans up with that real quick?
Yeah, Delino DeShields. He was activated by the Indians back on August 6th after being on the COVID-19 injury list. So that's exciting to have him back. Actually, just a game the other day against the White Sox, he contributed right away.
Yeah.
He did the squeeze bunt and got us a run.
Well, it was funny. He said it wasn't a squeeze bunt at all. He was trying to slap bunt to first to try to get on base. But it still scored the run, and he was still safe. Like, it was a whole big deal.
Nice.
So if he can do this, that Corey Kluber trade's looking better and better every day.
It is. I mean, I know Clase suspended, but when this guy comes back, I mean, this dude's throwing 100 miles an hour plus. I hear he throws triple digits with his cutter, so I'm like, he is going to be fire, man. He's going to be on
from
fire.
what I heard, he throws triple digits with the cutter and the 4-seam fastball that he throws. So and it's going to be great.
We'll be talking about that next. Yeah, we'll be talking about that next season for sure. Because him and Karinchak at the back of that bullpen. Woo!
Oh, you mean Wild Thing?
Yeah.
Did you see Charlie Sheen?
I did.
Tweeted James Karinchak.
I did. It's funny you say that. I was going to talk about that in a little bit, but you want me to read what he said?
Absolutely.
So this is what Charlie Sheen says. He says, "Dear James Karinchak, care of at Indians, it's official. We are on a full tilt cosmic collision course. I'll take some credit for passing the torch, but my man, you are now using it to burn down forests of Louisville Sluggers. The burn down forest of Louisville Sluggers is all caps." He goes, #epic99 with fire emoji, baseball fire emoji. Dude, that's awesome.
You know what?
And there's a picture of Karinchak with his 99 on the mound against the Sox.
Where was the hashtag winning? Where was that? Like that would have been the perfect spot to throw that hashtag in there, and he didn't do it.
That would have been.
But dude, Charlie Sheen shouting out James Karinchak, that's fantastic.
But yeah, man, jumping back to some of the moves, the rosters jumped down to 28. So Christian Arroyo got designated for assignment, and Greg Allen and Daniel Johnson got optioned back to that alternative training site.
I feel bad for DJ. I think he's come and go quite a bit to start the season.
Yeah, he needs AAA. He needs a full
He's getting those frequent flyer miles, though, for sure.
Yeah, he's getting used to the up and down, but man, they need minor league. It stinks for those guys.
Yeah, it does.
And so now, teams can carry 29 actually for doubleheaders. They're not going down to 26 like we originally thought. I think because of the COVID stuff, they're going to stay at 28 team size right now. You can also have a 5-man taxi squad instead of 3 like we originally talked about a couple episodes ago.
Yeah.
Now 7-inning doubleheaders. They're not doing no more 9 innings. So if you have a doubleheader, 7 innings.
You got. Can you answer? Is this now Church League softball? Like 7?
Oh, get out of here!
Doubleheaders. Come on, man.
I like it. I actually like it. It's going to help, especially when you have to make up 40 games.
Yeah, if it's going to help in the long run, I think it's a guaranteed. It's a win. I like it. You know, I was really excited when this season started. Beast Bills. We really didn't have the injury bug bite us, but now all of a sudden we have, and it's not good.
Well, it hurts when it's the man behind the plate.
Roberto Perez placed on the 10-day injured list. He strained his right shoulder on July the 29th. We need him in our lineup, maybe not for his bat, but definitely he is one of the best catchers in the league.
Absolutely.
We miss him, and we wish him a speedy recovery.
I mean, his bat was pretty decent last year.
He shocked a lot of people, including myself.
But Sandy Leon right now, it's hard for him to get on base.
Yeah. Oh, wait, and Bo Taylor. Yeah, him too. But we'll talk about that later on.
He's a young guy.
But Tito, B.
Yes.
Spills, where is Tito?
He's back in the dugout tonight.
Yes, he's back with the Indians tonight. He has missed the last 8 games dealing with a gastrointestinal issue that has hampered him since early March. I don't know exactly what's wrong with him, but from what it sounds like, it's very painful. And kudos to first base coach Sandy Alomar, who managed the club in Francona's absence. He did go 5-3.
Yep, future manager of the team.
Future manager of the Indians or some major league organization, absolutely.
No, I think once Tito's done here and he retires, I think it's going to be Sandy Alomar Jr. But that's a topic for another day.
Let's not speculate, but I've said the same thing. I agree.
Oh, that's just my opinion. That's not speculating.
Oh, I'll speculate all day long. It's possible. I think it's very possible. I'm a huge fan of Sandy, so
happy to have Tito back for sure. I mean, he means so much to those guys, and he knows how to manage them, the personalities, the ups and downs when they're struggling. He's a player's coach. He sticks with them. Man, it's good to have him back.
Absolutely, dude. We missed Tito. When I heard he was missing a game, I'm like, all right, he'll miss a game or two. He missed 8 games, and that's a lot. I'm sure he was watching the team from wherever he was resting, and I'm sure he wanted to make some moves, and maybe he was texting with Sandy Alomar. You never know, but it is like you said. It's good to have him back. He's our leader. We trust Tito, and I'm happy, and hopefully it pays off with a W tonight in his return.
Yeah, I'll tell you, speaking of W, Mike, I'm going to move us forward here a little bit. The W, either you want to say winning or the good. When we talk about the good, bad, and the ugly, the pitching.
Yeah.
The
Can
pitching
we call it the great, the bad, and the ugly?
Oh, man, I know. I mean, yeah, true.
Goodness.
Yeah, the W's, for sure, are all the pitchers right now.
Oh, man. I told you when the season started that the starting pitching was going to carry us, and I was never more right.
Well, I wasn't disagreeing.
No, you weren't. But did you think they were going to be this good? I didn't.
Now, I don't know, man. They ended so well. Okay, this hot right off the bat? Probably not. And I don't think this is going to.
Don't jinx it. Don't you dare jinx it.
I know. I'm just saying it's going to be
hard.
We
all know that they'll come back to reality at some point.
Yes, you can't carry this.
These are video game numbers.
It is.
So go ahead. Why don't you tell us about how great our starting pitching has been?
All right, so obviously they're the best starting pitching staff in baseball right now. 2.04 ERA. What?
Dude, that's insane.
Top 5 pitchers? I can't even talk. I'm getting excited.
That's the entire team. That's their ERA, including the bullpen.
Oh, that's not just the starting pitching?
No, that is the entire team, sir.
Oh, my goodness.
And that is first in baseball.
Wow. I'm not surprised they're second in total strikeouts. Oh, by 1 to the Reds.
Yeah, and the Reds, man, holy man, they have come out slinging with Luis Castillo, Sonny Gray, Trevor Bauer. Good, Bauer's pitching better than he ever pitched here in Cleveland.
Oh, he started out hot for us too. I hope he does well. I like Bauer.
I like Bauer. He's a good dude, man. But yeah, the Reds looking good. Could we potentially see an All-Ohio World Series? That would be great.
Yeah, offense got to start playing a little better, but yeah, we'll get to that.
Yep.
But so the pitching leads the majors with 4 shutouts. They're second in hits allowed, second in runs allowed, and the only team, Mike, that has allowed less runs is the St. Louis Cardinals, and they played 5 games.
And they haven't played in a week, right? I threw that in there just so because it's unbelievable. This pitching staff is playing out of their minds right now.
Oh, dude, absolutely.
Shane, don't call me Justin Bieber. Lights out.
Isn't it funny? He gave up 3 runs the other night, and I'm like, oh, man, come on, dude. But I'm like, wait a second. If you could give me 3 runs from a starter every single night, I'd take it. Even though 2 were solo homers, so I was like, I got to get those down. Because then he gave up a couple homers the game before.
Yeah.
But anyways,
he's had a little bit of trouble with the long ball, but other than that, he has pitched lights out. Shane Bieber, 3-0, 1.63 earned run average, 27 2/3 innings pitched, 43 Ks, B-Spills, 5 walks. That's it. His 43 strikeouts are first in the league.
Oh my goodness!
Just mail him the Cy Young Award right now.
We're gonna need him, man. We're gonna need him.
Shane Bieber is incredible. Why don't you tell us about the other Fab Four here?
Yeah, so Mike Sunshine Clevinger, who I'm not thrilled with right now, went 1-1 with a 3.2. Not went 1-1, is 1-1 with a 3.24 ERA, 16 2/3 innings, 15 strikeouts, 10 walks. The walks are a little high, but still, he's pitching great. Cookie, dude, he's pitching awesome. 2-1 with a 2.5 ERA, with 18 innings pitched, 23 Ks and 6 walks. And dude, Savali.
Yeah.
Man, he's like a magician.
Him and Plesac both. I mean, their numbers are
goodness.
almost identical.
Yeah, Savali, unfortunately, has 2 losses with a sub-3 ERA at 2.84, 19 innings pitched, 23 strikeouts with 2 walks. And you're right, dude. Plesac, 1-1, 1.29 ERA, 21 innings pitched, 24 strikeouts, 2 walks, and a rental car home to Cleveland.
Yeah, we'll talk about that. But dude, even like the control of Plesac, Savali, Carrasco, Bieber, like they've been really good. Yeah, Clevinger had a really bad outing. I think it was his first outing of the year where you could tell his control was off. Like usually he's pretty good and the numbers are usually never that close. So,
Yeah,
but I think he'll figure it out here pretty quick.
I think the first inning in the first couple games got him a little bit, but I'm not worried about him whenever he comes back. But dude, the bullpen.
Oh yeah, we won't talk about that. But we talk about.
What do you mean? Don't
starters.
Talk about that.
Oh, we'll get to it in a minute. We don't want to tease. We don't want to keep teasing here. We'll talk about it. But we talked about how great the starters are. B Spills. This bullpen.
That's what I just said.
Amazing.
That's what I just said.
Oh, I thought you were talking about. I thought you said Plesac. I apologize.
I said. I was like, I just said that. The bullpen.
I thought you were talking about Plesac again. No,
stay with me, Mike. Stay with me here, okay?
Stay with me. It's the internet connection. That's what I'll blame it on.
Yeah.
But yeah, 7 for 7 save situations. Everyone has pitched well. Well, almost everybody. Our closer seems to be having a little bit of a problem, and hopefully he can get it figured out here real quick. But B Spills, what's going on with Brad Hand? Do you know?
I don't think I'm as down on him as you are right now. I mean,
I don't think I'm the only one. I think a lot of people are worried right now about Brad Hand.
I mean, I know he's 0-1 with a 7.71 ERA. Obviously, he's not the Brad Hand that we know from the first half of last season.
Right.
I mean, his velocity's down, his control's a little shaky, but when he was in the other night, it was pouring before they delayed the game. So like,
yeah, I'm not going to talk that game itself. I mean,
he's got 2 saves.
He is 4 for 4. He has 4 saves and 4 opportunities. You said 2.
I don't know why I said that. I don't know why I said that.
No, it's all right. But I'm telling you right now, like it just looks like he is not comfortable on that mound at all.
No, but you know who does look comfortable?
Maybe Wild Thing gets a chance here to be our closer.
That's not who I was talking about.
Oh, who were you talking about?
Oli Perez.
Oli Perez has been fantastic. He is the ageless wonder.
He is looking good. This is let me read a tweet real quick, Mike. This is from @Slangs on Twitter. And this is what she put, Sarah Langs, at 38 years and 360 days old. Now, granted, this is from the other day when he got a save. Oliver Perez is the 3rd oldest player to record a save for the Indians since saves became official in 1969. So there's only been 2 people who've been older with a save, and that's Doug Jones in 1998. He was 41 years old.
Wow.
In 1987, Steve Carlton got 42. Well, he was 42 years old.
Yeah, I forgot he even played for the Indians. Wow.
Granted, those saves back then were like you pitched like 2-3 innings of a game. Oh, what'd she say,
Yeah.
Sarah? She goes, yeah, those 2 were pitch final 3 innings pitch of game saves.
Right.
So, but still, dude, I mean, all these guys, like you mentioned Karinchak. He gets me excited.
I know. I don't care if we have a closer. If you want to do a closer by committee, I don't care. With the team pitching as well as they are, and I'm sure Brad Hand's going to get it figured out eventually. And when he does, we could have the best pitching staff from top to bottom in the entire major leagues. And I'm hoping that it continues. But here's the problem. We move on to the bad, and it's the offense.
Yeah.
The bad part of the team, this offense, B-Spills, we're the worst offense in the major leagues. We're not even hitting 200 as a team. We're batting 196.
Yeah, even with that offensive explosion against the Reds. Put like 10 in one inning and end up with like 13 runs or whatever. But
so yeah, we have the third most strikeouts with 159. We have only 13 home runs, which is the eighth worst team. We have the most walks as a team, so we're getting guys on base. We just can't get them around. We can't get hits when we need them.
Yeah, and the bottom half of the order isn't doing anything. I mean, what's the outfielders doing?
Yeah, so let's talk about that.
Nothing.
So if you would look at the team, B-Spills, who do you think would be leading the team in hitting after 17 games?
Like who I think?
Yeah, who would you think? Just don't think of stats. Don't think about their stats. Who would you think?
Jose or Frankie?
Okay, Frankie's hitting 221 with 3 homers and 9 runs batted in, and he struck out 14 times. That's not the Frankie we know.
Yeah, he has not been playing that well.
Franmil Reyes hitting 241, 2 homers, 9 RBIs. He has struck out 19 times.
Yeah, but he's coming along. He's
showing signs of life.
The last 6, 7, 8 games, he's playing a lot better. He had a clutch double the other day.
He did against the White Sox. He did, absolutely. Jose hitting 273, that's respectable. 4 home runs, 12 RBIs. He struck out 15 times. But the man that is leading our offense right now is Cesar Hernandez, the new addition, hitting 305. He has 5 doubles, 7 RBIs, but he too has struck out 18 times.
Yeah, but he's getting on base. He's getting on base and they're not getting him home. I mean, Frankie, all
right,
we love Frankie.
Do you want to hear what everybody else is? Yeah, Frankie's going to come around. I think Frankie's just...
He's pressing. He's pressing. Yeah. I mean, I feel like he has
more pitches.
He has more ground into double plays, I feel like, than home runs.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know how many he's had. 2, 3, 4. Well, no more than 2.
He's grounded into into some double plays.
In key situations. Okay, I'm not going to sit here and rip on Frankie because, we know he's good. He's great. He's a superstar.
He'll pick it up.
He's going to have to. Yeah, he will.
So let's hear some other wonderful stats. Carlos Santana, a.k.a. Slamtana, he's the opposite this year, hitting $188 with 13 Ks.
Yeah, but I know
he's slowly coming around.
He typically starts out slow, and that's like him, except last year he started out pretty hot.
He'll do well, but Mike Freeman.
But no, let me back up, Mike.
Yep.
Just real quick on Carlos. He's got 23 walks. Dude's walking 2-3 times a game. I feel
he does, and that's all. Santana's always at the top of the league in walks, and that's great.
And here's another thing. This is from a tweet from at Tribe Insider.
Mm-hmm.
This is most career walks in Indians history. Who do you think leads it?
Most walks in Indians history?
Yeah, who leads the team right now?
I'm gonna go with Jim Thome.
That's correct. 1,008.
I remember him walking a ton when I was a kid watching the games.
Who do you think is number 2?
Manny Ramirez.
No, Tris Speaker and Carlos Slamtana.
Oh my goodness.
Tied 857. Wow. And then number 4 is Lou Boudreau with 766. So, dude can get on base.
Yeah, that's his MO, man. I love it. Let him get on base. But yeah, the rest of these guys, Domingo Santana, new addition. He's only hitting $188. Yu Chang, $167.
Yeah, he's not even playing.
Oscar Mercado hitting 122 with 13 Ks.
He's gonna have to pick it up here, man. Oscar, he was played so well last year. I don't know.
His defense is amazing, but his offense, he's got that sophomore slump going. I mean, Roberto Perez, he was only hitting 100, but he's been injured, so I can't say anything. But Sandy Leon, his backup, hitting .69. 069. Bo Taylor, his backup, hasn't even gotten a hit yet. He's 0 for a ton.
He's
not good.
He was brought up in a.
I know.
situation he wasn't ready for.
You would think he'd get a hit though, or something.
I don't know, man.
Maybe
I mean,
maybe go 1 for 8. I don't know, something.
I mean, some of this is tough because, like, these outfielders, they're interchanging them every day, like, and they're not getting consistent at bats. So I'm like, how are you going to get in a rhythm if you keep I mean, it's too hard. You got to take some of these guys that you think are going to improve, or take these young guys and just play them. Like, you just have to take your chances right now because you don't have much time and you can't be playing this. Maybe that's what Tito's going to do when he comes back. I don't know.
Well, I wonder if Tito was still making the lineup even though he wasn't there managing the team. At least I hope. But I'm glad you said it. I was going to say it too. Like, the outfield, my goodness, we have had a different outfield, it seems like, every night. And the same guys aren't playing except for Franmil Reyes, and that's it. And it's either Zimmer in center or, Mercado in center, or it's Domingo in left, or it's Domingo in right. And then you got Jordan Luplow, and you've got you're moving all these players around. And guess what? Tyler Naquin is now back, and we're going to have to find a spot for him to play too.
Yeah, hopefully he can bring
some
offense.
That's your boy. I know you're happy to see him return. But they're going to have to make at bats for all of these people. But I think they're all pressing. I think they're trying to do way too much. I know everybody was calling to fire Ty Van Berkelio, the hitting coach. Thankfully, he opted out.
Thankfully.
I worry if the team wasn't going to hit, that he would be the one to go.
No, I mean, it's too early. We always want to do that. We always want to blame the hitting coach right away. Like, I don't want to do that. Like,
no, but it was funny. The day after he opted out was the night before where they got 13 runs, and I was kind of shocked when I heard he was opting out. But I guess you go out on top when your team was doing well. But yeah, his health is way more important. I'm just joking. I don't want him fired.
It's just bad timing.
I agree with you. It's way too soon. I think the guys are pressing. We'll get there. But I have one question for you though, real quick, Brent.
Yeah.
Do you change the lineup? Do you maybe trade some of this pitching surplus we have and maybe pick up a bat? Do you think that's a possibility?
I mean, I just don't think this year is going to pay off by trading a pitcher for
Okay.
Unless,
what if it's a guy that's at the alternative site not even playing?
I doubt anybody's going to want to do that.
Well,
the majority of the teams are still in this right now. You got 8 teams per, you know what I mean? Not conference, league. I'm thinking football.
Divisions and stuff, right? You're going to have 8 teams per.
I mean, and you're 60 games, like everyone's in it right now. So what are you going to give up a huge surplus for a minor league guy when they're not even playing?
Yeah, we both said it at the beginning. It's really early. They're only 17 games in. After, tomorrow night it'll be 20 games in. They'll have 40 games to go. I have a feeling the offense will pick it up. I think the offense is going to get a whole lot better. The pitching may drop a bit, but I still think that they're going to be really, really good. I'm excited with what this team can do.
Yeah, I mean, me too, man. But we'll see. They have to, because the pitching staff cannot keep this up. I mean, you can't expect them to keep it up. I mean, it'd be awesome, but there's no way. You know what I mean? But
you mentioned that, and we get to the ugly now, and we're now down 2 pitchers.
Oh man, this is really ugly.
I don't know how I want to approach this tonight, because when I read the Plesac story, and for those that don't know what I'm talking about, Zach Plesac sent home from the team for violating the team's coronavirus protocol. He was put in a rental car and sent home after the Chicago White Sox game the day after. And then we come to find out, I believe it was yesterday, that he wasn't alone.
Yeah, so 2 days ago we found out about Plesac. So 2 days ago,
Plesac,
he was out in town in Chicago. I'm like, that's interesting. He's out. I was like, oh, he's out in town by himself, I guess. Okay. He does live, I think, 45 minutes away or so. He's from there, so I could kind of see that. He's a young guy. He's newer. Still, though, I mean, like, these rules and these policies with the whole COVID thing, like, it should be common
They're
sense for
they're
these
pretty
guys.
strict. Like they're
Yeah. But like you
they're
said
pretty
yesterday,
strict.
we find out that Mike Clevinger was with him this whole time. So I heard he was defending Zach Plesac, but not once did he stand up and say, you know what, I was with them. So they're back at the hotel. They're taking the team flight all the way back to Cleveland. And then after that is when it comes out that he was with Plesac. And I'm like, you got to be kidding me. I mean, not only does it not common sense, and it's like there's so many other factors with this. You know what I mean? You are, no more. We don't have Kluber anymore. So Mike Clevinger is one of our leaders. I mean, we think he'd be one of these guys that the pitching staff can go to, him and Cookie, you know what I mean, leading these young guys. And then to go ahead and make a bonehead decision like that, not even the decision, which was dumb, but to not even own up to it right away and put everybody at risk. And then, and Cookie, speaking of Cookie, a leukemia survivor,
right?
Who's playing, who's actually playing. He never opted out when he absolutely could have, and put him at risk. And I'm like, come on.
Don't forget your manager too is having a gastrointestinal issue, so his immune system's not the greatest either.
And a lot of the coaches, they're not young.
No, when I first heard this news, I got really upset. When I heard about Plesac, I'm like, really, seriously? But it didn't make sense. Like I'm like, there's got to be more to this. He couldn't have been by himself. I have never once in my life ever gone out for a night on the town by myself. I've either gone with friends or a girl or what. Like, you don't go by yourself.
Yeah.
And then you hear about Sunshine. Now, Mike Clevinger, the pitcher, phenomenal. He is the second best pitcher on our team, in my opinion. I love his energy and his attitude and the positivity that he brings to the team. And then I come to find out that you defend your teammate, but then you're dishonest with the team. And then you get on a plane and you fly back.
Yeah,
after you were out with him.
Have we heard anything yet? Like, Plesac actually kind of immediately apologized.
Mm-hmm.
He said there's something he put on Instagram today, again, apologizing or talking about like learning from it and moving forward. But I haven't heard anything from Sunshine. Have you heard anything yet?
25.
Have you heard anything?
No, I haven't heard anything from Sunshine. I expected that we would. I've watched his Twitter handle. I haven't seen anything. Nobody's really been reporting things. Like, I can understand this from a 25-year-old. That's young to me. And you're going to make mistakes. We're human. I get it. We've all made mistakes. Plesac immediately owns up to it, says, hey, guys, you know what? I made a mistake, and that's on me, and I own it. Now it's my job to come back stronger than I was before and prove it to you that I belong here. Mike Clevinger is 30 years old, and he is a veteran of this team. And you said it best, B-Spills, is that these players look up to him. He is a veteran in that clubhouse. And you want to make this boneheaded move in the middle of a pandemic and be selfish and put a couple players at risk that can't really afford it. Like, what are you thinking here?
Yeah, it's tough, man. And like, I think they're both going to be on at least 72-hour quarantines. I don't know what's going to happen after that.
Yeah, I heard a rumor that potentially Clevinger was going to be quarantined for 14 days. And they're trying to do the same thing with Plesac.
I don't think they have to.
They have to have, in order for them to be able to return to the team, from what I read, they have to have back-to-back negative tests.
Yeah, so they don't have to wait 14 days, but
no, but you never know what is Major League Baseball going to get involved?
Yeah.
Are they going to suspend these guys? Because they made sure at the beginning of the season, they knew, all of these players knew what was at stake. You're playing a baseball game with no fans in the middle of a pandemic, trying to give us some sort of hope with sports that eventually we can return to normal at some point. They were very serious about, guys, you can't be going out, stay with your teams, limit encounters with other people, and I'm almost positive they all had to sign something.
Yeah, I think they did. I mean, I think the team got ahead of this when they knew, obviously, right away. I think they did a good job. Chris Antonet was talking a little bit about it, I think, yesterday. But I don't know. Hopefully Major League doesn't suspend them. I don't know if they will because this is such a unique and new thing, even though they know it.
It's 2020.
I think if they do them again, I think MLB might step in. But, I mean, who knows for sure. But I don't know. But you know what? Like, at the end of the day, I'm a man of forgiveness. You know, I need to be forgiven.
Yeah,
just like I forgive others. So, yes, it was boneheaded, selfish, but like, let's hopefully they can come back from this, learn from this, just like we all do. Like you said, they're just in the public eye more than we are.
Yeah,
honestly.
they face.
So
they
I mean, I'm not gonna.
They face a lot of scrutiny for sure.
Yeah, and I'm bummed about it, and I'm upset about it, but like, I'm not gonna. You know, I'm not gonna just sit here and complain about it.
Can I give you a bright note? Something we can actually look forward to, though.
Yeah, please.
So the Indians are playing games that count. That's the first one.
Mm-hmm.
Second one is this pitching staff has been amazing.
Yep.
And what did we learn last year with the injuries with Carrasco, Clevinger, and Kluber? What did we learn?
Yeah.
That the Indians have some depth. So if this gives some young guys an opportunity to show up and produce, having too much talent can never hurt.
No, yeah,
it'll make the front office have to make some tricky moves, but you know, what's the worst that can happen?
Yeah, I think that they'll be back sooner than later. And we got Plesac, who's pitching tonight. You know, he started off strong. Let's hope he continues.
We're not going to talk about tonight. We won't talk about the game against the Cubs.
Why?
You don't want to know.
Oh, well.
I've got it on in the background.
Okay, I haven't. I just saw the beginning.
It went from okay to a little scary, and then the floodgates opened. So,
all right. Well, hopefully it's not. Well, if Plutko's pitching, I'll just give him props. Hey, I still like him. Wish he got depth.
Adam Plutko. I can tell you that Adam Plutko went 4 innings and only gave up 1 earned run.
Okay. See, there we go.
It's all right. He gave up 4 hits, 1 earned run, 1 walk, 2 strikeouts. It was not him who I blame at all.
All right. Well, once again, another starter does pretty decent against a good Cubs lineup.
Hey,
I don't think we need a 5th starter until like August 23rd, 4th, around there.
Yeah,
so we're gonna be all right. So, but
let's just say this: even great pitching staffs have an off night, and that's what we're going to chalk up tonight too. The game's far from over. The Indians can come back and do some damage. We hope. But, you know, the season's it's young. I'm not worried. One bad game does not make a season. We're okay.
Yeah, and that clubhouse has got to be shaking a little bit with this recent news on Plesac and Clevinger. It's got to have an effect. On top of they're all pressing because they're not hitting. So, I don't know. Let's hopefully Tito's all right. He's feeling good. Get the team going. Pitching keeps going. Bats heat up. Hey, I know there's not tons of baseball left, but we still got a good amount left. So
40 games, man. That's not a little amount. That's a good amount.
No, and they're playing well. You got 8 teams.
And we still have to play the Tigers, Brent. We still have to play the Tigers.
Yeah. So
I'm not worried at all. It's been, you know, we'll get through this. A little adversity goes a long way sometimes, and it could bring this team a whole lot closer together. It's going to be a learning experience. I think we've all kind of learned something a little bit from this.
Yep, I hear you, man.
I'm excited to move on.
Yep, let's hope the next episode, if we do the good, bad, the ugly, that the ugly is just we're not as far in first place as we would like. We would like a bigger lead. Let's hope that is the ugly.
Yeah, let's hope. I mean, originally the Plesac and Clevinger wasn't really a part of our whole show prep. We kind of added it in. Obviously, when it made major news, the original was kind of like the offense and maybe Brad Hand. We were kind of mixing things around a little bit. I'm hoping it's things like that normally, not big news like this.
Yeah, let's hope, man. Hopefully they can move on and we can get back to baseball, not the off the field stuff. But you're gonna have that. You're gonna have that in every sport. But well, everybody, it's probably gonna do it for us tonight. Appreciate you tuning in. If you haven't, please subscribe. Hit us up with a review if you're able to. We would love it. Follow us on Twitter at Swinging the Tribe. And Mike, man, you got anything else?
Yeah, don't forget to find us on Facebook.
Oh yeah, that's another spot.
a Swing and a Tribe MLB podcast. You can find us both on social media. We'd love to hear from you.
Yeah, and if there's anything, sorry, Mike, to cut you off. If there's anything,
you're okay.
Anything you want us to talk about or focus on, we would love to hear from you guys. And yeah, so with
absolutely, we appreciate. Yep, we appreciate you all listening, and I know I can say we'll see you next time.
See ya.
Who keeps you cheering year after year? Who's got the ballpark? The best is all right here. Who's got the fans with so much Cleveland pride? Who's talking